And the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night race fleet gathers here at the mouth of the Severn River for the third race of the 2015 season. Welcome back. I'm Dave Gindel from T2P TV, coming to you tonight from the Boatyard Bar and Grill Film Boat. The last couple days here in Annapolis have been hot, almost summery, pollen in the air, very warm, humid temperatures. However, big change this morning. Nice westerly breeze is built in, quite solid. In fact, a few minutes ago, we clocked a 20-knot gust out at Thomas Point. We know there's going to be a lot of passing lanes here tonight, flat water, and a great evening for racing on the Chesapeake Bay. Let's have a look at the first start. And there's the first start of the night, PHRF 0 and far 30s. As you can see, it's a beautiful evening coming out of the river with spinnakers up, starboard poles. It is a long downwind haul out to the middle of the bay here for the first two legs. Nice look at the far 30 blockade runner with Bruce Bingman at the helm. The evening's next start, J35s and PHRF 1. As you can see, folks are gathered up here at the pen. However, everybody's a little bit early, so some running down the line. And the spinnakers all begin to go up just after the starting gun. Good look at the crew of Maggie trying to corral their spinnaker, which looks like it was set without a sheet. Maggie's a perennial overachiever out here, and I know that they're going to be able to dig back here. These guys have done great for years out here on Wednesday night races. They're going to hook a sheet up, put it up, and be back in action. Seconds before their start in a big puff, the J105 class. There's the gun and they turn downwind. This first leg is very starboard jibe oriented. And we're seeing huge packs of boats down here at the pen fighting for position. We picked up right where we left off last year, tied for first place after the first two races, Jim Conisberg and Inigo and the Louis Salveson team aboard Mirage. And a nice look at the Mirage crew, who are in a very good spot here coming off the starting line. One nice thing about this big breeze, it's probably about 15, 17 knots right now, is even if you have an hourglass, you can keep up with the fleet. There's plenty of juice in this breeze. The Ferroya guys are working to get things cleared out, but in the meantime, they're not really getting shot out of the back. There's enough breeze that they're sticking with the fleet. And the gun sounds for the J70 and J80 start. Again, the pen is an incredibly popular spot. It's like at least one boat tried to get their kite up early and had a little problem wrangling it here in this puffy westerly breeze. And just steady as they go, Walt and Tricia Pletcher and Occam's out in front in the J70 class. Very solid start. And these are the guys that had trouble with their kite moments before the start, but they're back in, locked in very well. Off Greenberry Point, we catch up with the Etchells class. Noteworthy here is USA 1405 Caramba, sailed by Jose Fuentes, is currently leading the series, but finds himself in 5th place here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's going to be plenty of passing lanes, especially on the long beat into the harbor with this shifty westerly. So let's track Caramba's climb out of 5th place here and see how he goes in this very competitive Etchells class. And another one design class that's always fiercely competitive out here on Wednesday nights are the J30 class, currently led by Valhalla, Steve and Catherine Bartleman. So the evening's last starts are still being sent off by the race committee, and we've caught up with Stray Dog, who's making their way back into the river here. As usual, there's a lot of communication between the mainsail trimmer and the helmsman and these puffs. As they get further up into the river, it gets puffier with this westerly coming off the land. Back up the river at Nun 8, we've caught up with Ramrod, the first far 30 to come into the creek. We're going to tack. Actually, they're going to carry on past Nun 8 before they tack to make a nice line into Spa Creek. And about 6 boat lengths astern, Seabiscuit, Kevin McNeil, also a far 30, giving hot pursuit to Ramrod. Now, passing lanes are going to get scarce here as they make their way into the creek. It turns into a jib reach shortly. Mixing it up with these far 30s is Sekadu, Steve McManus, and his J120. Leading the J35 class on Gene. We saw these guys at the start. They were nice and patient, taking their time, no panic. And now they're sprung out to a very solid lead in the J35 class. Body stacked up on the rail, mainsail trimmer and helmsman working closely together, looking great. So some unexpected action here at Nun 8. Looks like we've got a very thin starboard ley line here between, it looks like, Cavalia and a J35. I think Cavalia's going to make it. However, the current is really ripping out of the river here. Just cleared it. Nice job, guys. Nice bit of helmsmanship there. The current is ripping out of the river here. They just skinned it along and made a clear rounding. There goes the jib sheet. Thankfully, that didn't happen moments before they passed Nun 8. Bad timing for that. It's quite puffy here at Nun 8, and we've got a large group of boats converging here at the same time with a bunch of J105s led by the Mirage crew, who, as usual, are steady, smooth, and out in front. Just astern of Mirage, Arthur Libby on the helm of Doghouse, and Crash. Now, heading into the creek here, the passing lanes are going to be few and far between. It gets a little reachy and it gets a little lighter as we get into the creek. So if you're going to make a move, now's the time to do it. There goes Crash trying to separate, going for that second place spot. So with the final turning mark astern, the fleet heads for the harbor and the finish. We're seeing a nice battle set up here between Doghouse, sailed by Arthur Libby and Andy Cherner aboard Crash, trying to catch her second place in the J105 class. It's very puffy and it's very shifty as we make our way into the river here. At the moment, Doghouse appears to be well in control, but we'll keep an eye on these two. Making our way into the harbor here, Mirage establishing a very solid lead in the J105 class, doing a great job with these shifts and puffs as we make our way up the Spa Creek. And another class leader, the J35 Maggie, also adapting very well to these challenging conditions here in the creek. What a pretty scene. On a spectacular Annapolis evening, the third race of the 2015 Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night race series is in the books. And what a beautiful night it was out on the Chesapeake Bay. A strong westerly breeze, some very competitive racing, and an ambitious course set the stage for what was a memorable night. We were only in May and the battles are already shaping up. On behalf of the Annapolis Yacht Club and the Boatyard Bar and Grill, I'm Dave Gindel from T2P TV. Thanks for watching.